so today is day 3, week what? This is week what? Week 13?
13.
Wow, I haven't been saying that since so long, so it feel weird saying week 13. Yeah, day 3, week 13. Alright, so let's dive in together. I haven't forgotten to send those videos. I just haven't uploaded them to YouTube as yet. So once I upload them to YouTube, I'll send you. That means I have 3 outstanding videos. I have Monday, Tuesday, and also the one that we're gonna do tonight. So I'll send them hopefully by tomorrow. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so we're gonna begin with we start a new Bgcse paper again. It's 2014 because we finished 2015 one. And as usual, we're gonna start from the back. All the way at the back. And this back,
Why is that?
I start from the back because the front too easy. Like look, like if we do it from the front, right? What the first thing is. There's all the natural numbers between. There's all the natural numbers that are greater than 3 but less than 8. Like, that ain't really a challenge. It's just, yeah, they're easy at the beginning. So I prefer to start on an interesting note, at least a little interesting. You can't really you can't be too interesting because it's just BJC. But they start from something that'll at least make your mind um ring a bit. All right, so all right, so I want you to write down this question for me. Write down the question and let's do it together. And write down the working. Once you finish that notes, send it to me on my WhatsApp. Only one person sent here in the WhatsApp chat. Where the rest?
Excuse me, please, 1 minute.
Give me one moment, please.
I get two from the get two from the I play. I see if they going up and down. Please, this one. Let fill it with my auntie to say I went way down to the shore market. I go on again.
Can I see the question, please?
I did go on my shore market. You listen to me, or you not listen to me?
All right, so let me give you back the question. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the question. Calculate the cost of each item and a total bill for the following items. So we have 9 oranges at 3 for 99 cents. Again, calculate the cost of each item and the total bill for the following items. So 9 oranges at 3 for 99 cents. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? It's gonna be what? Anyone?
What'd you say?
We have 9 oranges, 9 oranges and 3 for 99 cents will be the cost. Well, the way that we do this, since everybody playing shy today. These three are the first three oranges. So these three is going to be for 99 cents. So we write 0.99. These three are going to be for 99 cents as well. So we're going to write, 0.99. And these three is going to be for 99 cents. So we're going to write 0.99. Now we must bear in mind that this is 9, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it is 9 that we have. And so we gotta add these three 99 cents. Or we could just multiply it by 3. Either one. Okay? So let's multiply
Yes.
it by 3. What we get?
I back.
When we multiply it by 3. 0.99 multiplied by 3. So that gives us 3 times 9, which is what? 27.
27.
Bring down the 7. Put the 2 up. Again, 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 2 is 28, 29. So put the 2 up. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is simply 1.
I got that.
So it is 2 numbers behind the decimal point. It's going to be 2.97. Alright, anyone else got it?
I got that.
Okay, so the answer is 2.97. So if we're doing 9 oranges at 3 for 99 cents, the cost would be $2.97. Alright, so next we have it says, 3.5 pounds of grapes at $4 per pound. So 3.5 pounds of grapes at $4 per pound. So how are we gonna do that?
How much is it per pound?
$4 per pound. And we have 3.5 pounds.
Well, we know for each of them pounds is 4. Um, wait, hold on.
Okay, so I think anyone else? Anyone have any ideas?
Okay. What I know for each pound it's 4.
Yeah.
Wait, when it's okay, like
So okay.
when it's half a pound, how much for the half? Like 2 or 4?
Well,
Half
if 1 pound is for $4, what would be for half a pound?
$2?
Very good too. So we get 3.5 pounds. So the first one is a full pound. That's gonna cost us how much money?
$4.
$4. Then the second pound, full pound, is gonna cost us how much?
$4.
$4 again. And then the third pound is gonna cost us how much?
$4.
$4. Okay. And we get half a pound. So half a pound is going to be like this.
$2.
And let me say it's going to cost us $2, right?
Yes, sir.
So we know that 4 plus 4 is what?
8.
8. 4 plus 2 is
6.
6. Very good. And 8 plus 6.
14.
14. Very good. It's going to cost us $14. All right, any questions for us? All straightforward.
Straightforward.
Okay, that's good. Remember that if you're here, please place here or present in the WhatsApp chat. Again, if you're here, please place here or present in the WhatsApp chat. I only have a few persons who have messaged me to say here. That's more than you all who are in here. So please message me in the WhatsApp chat to state that you're here. Right, so the next one is we have one bag of onion at $2.99 each. One bag of onion at $2.99 each. So how much is the cost for one bag of onion? Hello, what's the cost of one bag of onion?
$2.99.
$2.99. Very good. Because they only get one bag of onion, and it's $2.99 each. Okay, next we have 6 cans of cream at $1.09 each. Again, 6 cans of cream at $1.09 each. So how are we gonna do that?
$6.54.
How did you get that?
I multiply 6 by $1.09.
Very good. Multiply 6 by $1. So in order to figure out 6 cans of cream at $1.09, you have to multiply 6 by 0, 6 by 1, 6 by $1.09. So that's 6 times $1.09. And what do we get when we multiply 6 by $1.09?
$6.54.
Yes, that's true. $6.54. It's gonna be $6.54. And we have the total, so we have to add all them up. So we have $2.97, $14, $2.99, and $6.54. And we have to add them up to get a total. You ain't got a total?
$26.50.
Say it again.
$26.50.
$26.50. That's what I got as well. $26.50. Alright, so the total is going to be $26.50. So if Mr. Green paid with a $50 bill, calculate his change. What will his change be?
$23.50.
Say it again.
$23.50.
Okay, and we got that by doing what?
Subtracting the $50 bill to the $26.50.
I get $23.50 as well.
Okay, good. So it's going to be $50. $50 minus 26.50. So $50 minus $26.50. Or $23.50.
$3.50.
Yeah. Right, so that's the solution to this question. Any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that's the case, well, please send in the working and the questions for me on WhatsApp. Send the questions and the working for me. All right. Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Rackley. Thank you, Ms. Cooper, for the photos. The rest of you, I'm gonna start calling names now because I ain't heard from none of you all. Majority of you. Um, Angela Penniman, I haven't seen any notes from you. Ashnet Gator, I haven't seen any notes from you. Conrad Clark, I don't see no notes from you. Destiny Davis, I haven't seen or heard anything from you. Fernando McPhee, no notes. Haley Williams, I need to see your notes, please. Juan Meadows, Michaela Umbrista, Natalia Johnson, Nathan Colley, Chantel Sanders, and Terivas Forbes. Please send your notes, please. I'm going to put it up again. Use this opportunity to write it now. This is how you complete a receipt. Alright, so let's continue. Can I move it now?
One sec.
Alright.
Move it.
I can move it? Alright, it's good. Alright, so the next thing is who else? Okay, so let's continue. Oh, they got to change. Okay, that's good. Alright, so the table, let's go on, let's go here. Mine go back here yet. The table shows the number of Gmarts sold by a school lunch vendor in 1 week. So we have the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have the number of Gmarts. So on Monday, 23 Gmarts were sold. On Tuesday, 25 Gmarts were sold. On Wednesday, 5 Gmarts. On Thursday, 10 Gmarts. And on Friday, 14. So draw a bar graph to show this information, putting the days on the horizontal axis. What is the name of the horizontal axis, by the way?
What'd you say?
What is the name of the horizontal axis?
Y-axis.
Y-axis?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
X-axis?
Yeah, X. Horizontal. What horizontal means?
Oh,
You understand? Horizontal means side to
side.
side. So that's the x-axis. So we need to draw a bar graph to show this information. Did they give us any restrictions?
This,
No, no restrictions. Alright. So let me get this grid.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am. You need to question 8.
No, wait, never mind.
I get better at you as people.
I say never mind. I can try to.
Oh, okay. So this thing out kind of crooked, but we can still try to make it work.
That was good.
It's just a tilt off. I guess that's it. Let me see. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so we want.
The question.
Yeah, let me allow you to write down the question. So let me know if you move it.
Put it back, please.
Okay, no problem. So copy this question now. Let me know when you finish so I can move it. All right, we finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's make the grid. So with the grid, we have to ensure that we have the days on, sorry, we have the days on the x-axis. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, and we have the numbered property because we're going all the way up to 23. Okay, so the better than mine when we are graphing this. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this is 23 right now. Alright, so that's the highest we could go. So we have to start there. We can, okay, so we have enough.
The highest is 25.
To the end.
The highest is 25.
Oh, okay. So I want to straighten this thing out, man. Oh my. Let me zoom in and see if I can straighten it out. Well, it's stubborn, so we're just gonna leave it. Alright, so let's begin. So let's number it. So no, let's first start off with our line, our x-axis and our y-axis. So let's first start off with that. So we need a line. So we can first draw our y-axis all the way down here. I'm gonna denote that in Z and weighted. So it's gonna be our y-axis right here. Yeah, y-axis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
7 drawn. All right, so next is you're gonna draw the x-axis now. Okay. So we have the x-axis and the y-axis drawn. So this is y, and this is x. Don't make the mistake of label them wrong, right? Remember the x-axis is for the one that goes side to side, the y-axis is for the one that go up and down. So don't make the mistake of labeling them wrong. Alright, so let's label it. So this is gonna be this is number 1, right? This is number 2, number 3, right? Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15, number 16, number 17. We're going all the way up to 23, 17, 18.
25 is going to be.
We're going to go all the way to 25. Okay, let's call it 25. 19.
And now its number is 25.
The highest one is 25, but we could have stopped at 23, but that's fine. 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's stop at 24. Because our y and our way. Okay, good. Okay. And so next up we need to do for Monday. So all we gotta label our graphs. That's the first thing. Let's label our axes. So so we have to label them. So this is we have to call it. Let's go back to the question. We have to call it. We have to call this one days, and the y-axis we're gonna call number of Gmults. Right? What is Gmults?
Is that like a oh,
That's an imitation of vitamin D.
yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
All right. So Gmults number. Number of Gmults. And this goes on the
What?
y-axis. And then what goes on the what goes on the x-axis?
This?
Days. Very good. Okay. So now the only thing we need to do now is actually all we need to do now is actually plot in the days. Plot in the bars, right? Or put in the bars. Okay, so let's do that.
We can start doing that.
Yeah, you can start doing it if you like. Oh my, this is so. Anyway, let's do it. So let's go. So the first one is gonna be Monday. That's 23. 23 starts from 23 starts from here. So let's do that. 23 is gonna be Monday.
Using 2 blocks each.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 blocks and see how that works. So see if you have enough space. I ain't sure we have space for 2 blocks. We only could fit one.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Okay. If we use 2 blocks.
Say it again.
If we using 2 blocks, it should work.
It should.
Hello?
Yes, sir. So this is gonna be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, that could work. So that's that. What's the color gonna be? Let's use green. Alright, so we start from, I didn't even put 0.
Luckily, I did.
There we go. Alright, so this is going to be which day?
Monday. Monday.
You say Monday just now?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Real baby. Alright. So Monday. And then the next one is going to be Tuesday, which is 25. Oh, they actually have 25. So we have to actually go up to 25.
Oh, yeah.
You say, Miss Cooper?
That's like he telling you the highest number is 25. You saying we
Oh,
could start at it.
I honestly thought Dias was 23. Okay, so that was a mistake on my end. So what I'm gonna do, cover that. Then we have the go up to 25 then. I mean, of course I knew that. I just was, I just was, um,
Yeah, I know.
this was, um, you know, making sure that you
Yes.
know. Yeah, that. 24 and 25. Good. And then so it's going to be another color. We can take another 2 blocks. But this time it's gonna go all the way up. Touch 25. We're gonna use the color. I guess we could use purple or blue. Let's use blue. Alright, good. Yeah, so this is. So that's Monday. This one is going to be Tuesday. Alright, and then. So Monday 23 for I'm also sold. Team also sold. Tuesday only, 25 or sold. And then on Wednesday, how did it go? Wow. Wednesday, a big decline. Hey, if we look on Wednesday, sorry, I think someone's asking to join. If we look at Wednesday, a whopping 5. Wow. Like, that's a serious decline from 23 to 5. What do you think could have been the cause of that?
Probably, I don't know.
They
What do you
get
mean?
bored of it.
They got bored of it?
They like probably a new drink came in or something.
Probably a new drink came in. Okay. Probably a new drink. Wednesday. What could happen on Wednesday? This is a school. Uh,
No, no, I lied. No school.
this is school, right? According to the question.
Probably their parents tell them not to get anymore.
Ah,
Too sugary.
too sugary. And Kennedy says too sugary. How much sugary drinks people drink on a regular basis?
Supposed to be a cup.
This girl
Recommended.
drink like six,
Y'all know y'all drink more than that in a day. Y'all know without a shadow of a doubt.
6 cans of Coca-Cola.
Them students at our schools be goggling down them drinks, boy.
Yeah, they good because we don't have soda in our school.
Not soda now.
Oh, look at y'all.
Oh,
Soda, not soda. I talking about like, oh yeah, for sure we do have soda. I'm sorry. Sorry.
boy.
Sorry.
Oh my.
Sorry. My bad. Sorry. But y'all have
That-
Gatorade though. Y'all can tell y'all just
yeah, but that was
We got slushy.
I wouldn't even drink water at all. Only soda.
soda. Mercy.
You need help.
You need plenty of. You need to carry
Yeah, I haven't drank soda.
in what 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
All I gotta do is drink water and lemonade. That's the only thing I could drink.
So that's gonna be Wednesday.
One Lenny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
could.
boy. Give up soda for Lent. And then go right back to the same foolishness. How does that work? Five Gmals. And then alright, so we got that, and then we go to Thursday. It go back up to 10. So I don't know what possibly could happen on well, maybe she didn't have enough. Maybe she didn't have enough supplies. Like maybe after 23 and 25 it was so much that she wasn't able to go to the store to get some more. And that explains the decline. I don't know, but that wouldn't be reasonable though, because I mean, if you see them selling, that would encourage you to get more, right? Maybe okay, maybe it rained that day. All right,
That make no sense.
maybe it rained that day. Yeah,
So
maybe.
how come them sets still get?
Yeah, they
That's not
went in the
reasonable.
rain. Maybe it rained that day. Y'all have lunch vendors outside, or all y'all lunch vendors inside? Thursday, 10.
We don't have in my school. We can't go to our lunch vendors because we have our cafeteria.
Y'all have cafeteria. Oh boy, y'all
Yeah,
bougie.
people.
Y'all cafeteria. Oh. Mm-hmm. I hope their food is be good.
No,
Oh,
Oh boy, I figured. That's the typical, stereotypical cafeteria.
their chicken was small. One of my friends bought it was so small.
yeah, this rip you off.
But they budgeted, man. They
Giving you
gotta
a
make
good
sure the
false
profit.
tiny chicken.
They gotta make sure the profit margins on point.
No, it's a limit because one time my friend get they have like specials like each week. It was like
Uh-huh.
curry and her chicken was raw.
I know you, man. Why you lying, yo?
It was raw.
Why you
She
lying?
opened it up and it was
Oh,
all red up.
ew,
I know
ew,
you,
ew.
man. I refuse to believe that.
I refuse to believe that they specialists curry chicken. Mummies get curry chicken on a daily basis in our school.
Say it again.
I said I'm surprised they get curry for special, as she just said, because we get curry chicken on a
On a
basis.
regular? On a regular?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, come on. They went. I see. That's why all the reason to become a vegan and eat the fruits. Okay, a fruit bar.
But where's the
I
protein?
considering.
Jimmy, where's the protein? Nuts, beans, legumes. Jimmy, Jimmy, where's the protein? Monday,
Mr.
Tuesday.
Petit,
Yes,
Please.
ma'am.
you saying running out of materials. I don't think that would happen because if they selling that much the first day, I think they would get more supplies to
That's what I'm
make it.
thinking too. Like that would encourage them to want to get more. That's what it encouraged me to get want to get more. If I
Like I say, they probably get no money from their parents or something. No more sweets.
oh no, well maybe it's a maybe it's how much days is Lent? How much days? 1 day or 2 days?
40,
4
40,
days?
40, 40. It's like a
40
month and 10
40
days.
days? Wow, that's a long period. Ah, I don't know how to explain this drop. I don't know.
But TBD, I have a silly question to ask you. If you have nothing else to eat, like in a house, right? Like you don't actually have nothing but meat. Would you eat the meat?
No, no, no.
You
The taste
sure?
gone. I can't. No, I lose the relish for it. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, and then 15. 15 is here, right? Good. Alright, so what color we could give this one? Something nice to balance it.
Red, red, red.
Red? What is it?
Um,
What is it? Red, red, dippy, and bad? How does that go? Um, alright, red. So,
should have used pink.
say pink, please. What is this? Alright, good. Yeah, that red can make it come out nice. Thank you, Kennedy.
Why I saw two blue?
I probably was in the process of making another one. That's why.
Miss Betty, you did not Wednesday blue?
Maybe, and then I changed it. I am not sure. Day, so
Oh.
Friday. Okay, good. So based on this bar chart, um we have Monday it was 23, Tuesday was 25 sold, Wednesday for some reason they drop all the way to 5, Thursday 10. Oh, I got a good one. Maybe it was the day wherein um it was Bgcse day, and so only the students who are taking exams need to be the
Oh
students.
my god.
My goodness.
Miss Betty, I set up for that one. I thought you was gonna say something good.
That was a good explanation. That was a good
I
explanation.
mean, could be, but no.
Oh, come on. You gotta give me
I
that.
have an explanation.
What's the explanation?
I want to say like quarter of the class had PE
Uh-huh.
for the 25, and the rest of the days only the primary school had PE. So that's why it shrank. The population, if we make a ratio between high schoolers and primary school, it'll be like 25 to 21. So the population, or a lot, the 25 and the 24, that's all the high schoolers and the primary schoolers. That's when they had PE.
That's an ad PE.
And mhm,
Well, survey says
That could work,
that
but
could
no.
work. I
That could work like some days the high school go and some days primary or like
but
uh,
it's talking about the general school though at large, so
I don't think that worked though.
no. But it's a good hypothesis. Good try. Um 5. Okay, so this is 5. And this is Kennedy going all scientific on us, Strad. The ratio. Like what? 5, 10. Then Friday is 14. Friday is what? 14, right? Not 15. So why do I have this at 15? And no one corrected me, right?
I wasn't paying attention because I'd already do
I
mine.
got you all red handed. Literally. Red and see red.
I'd already do mine, so I would have seen it.
Aha.
I know, I know, I know. Perfect test, just for Lionel. Just failed it. 14. Good. Alright, so this is us. Alright, so that's how we draw that bar graph. Any questions for me? Hard, easy, difficult?
Surprisingly easy.
Easy.
Easy, alright, I like that. Well, since that was easy and you're all on easy mode, I need to register by the way.
That's what Nancy here for. Oh, she ain't in there.
Nancy, it's right there.
She ain't. Oh, she is.
She's right there in the flesh. Uh, okay, so 2000. Okay, so did we finish this question? People, are we done with this question?
No.
They gone quiet on me.
Um,
Quiet.
we didn't do B.
I can't hear y'all.
We didn't do B. We did part A, but we didn't do the second part.
Okay, so we did I and double I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we did 1 and 2.
Okay, good. Thank you, Miss Cooper.
But we can't skip it for just busy.
Just to mix it up, you know.
Just to mix it up. Nope.
We still ain't recovered from that what do you call it? A long
Matrices.
session now.
No, you're recovering well. Oh, send me the picture of the bar graph, please.
I don't understand that.
Send me the picture of bar graph. Alright, so let's do this one. I'm not hearing my.
Are we gonna do it?
Of course we're gonna do it. What do you think? What do you think? I'm not hearing my BGCSE students today. They're on silent. They're on mute. I don't know what happened. I guess by Wednesday. By Wednesday. Um.
Oh my God.
Isn't Wednesday like when we do social studies?
One moment.
Oh.
One moment.
Well, I know. Yeah, my game made a Mr. Potato.
Sorry, looking for something. I can't find it. Alright. So let's continue with this. Um, okay, so there we go. So here's the triangle, and okay. So calculate the height OM. So what happens is, if you notice carefully, right? So this is supposed to represent a ladder. Sorry, the base of a wall. Not the base of a wall. It's supposed to represent a wall. So the perpendicular length of the wall. All right. So imagine that this is the that you against the wall. That's the best way I could think about it. To say this, you against the wall, hard against the wall. So
Mr.
this
Potato,
yeah.
you know when you're going, you didn't mute your mic.
No, I thought it was muted. That's fine.
Hit the mute, but it unmute.
That's, I don't know, Mother Nature. All right. Um. So yeah, I was trying to look for something. Can't find it. So all right. So LM is the wall. This is the ladder. All right. LM. This represents a ladder. But what happened is, and so this is the top of the wall. So what happened is that the ladder slide from here to here. All right. And when the ladder slide, of course, if the ladder slide from here to here, its bottom is gonna move. All right. So that's the idea. So this is the ladder, and it slide down. So when it slide down, when its ladder slide down to O, its bottom moved over to P. All right. And it formed the angle 30 degrees. All right. So that's what they're saying.
You could repeat what they're saying.
Say it again.
You could repeat what they're saying. I was writing the question.
Oh, I'm saying that this is the ladder, and the ladder moves. It slide down. So it slide down. So when it slide
Oh,
down,
that's what them dotted lines is.
the dotted line is the new spot of the ladder. So once the tip of the ladder went down, this bottom slide over. All right, and so the new position of the ladder is right here. So right here, all the way to here is the new position of the ladder. Okay, you understand that?
Yes, so I understand.
Okay. All right, so that's the thing. So ladder, push down, put on the side, and this is the new position of the ladder. Okay, so where's the ladder OP?
What you say?
I said that that's the ladder OP. Sorry, it's at the point OP.
So exams next month, right?
So today is what, we in April? Some next month, and some in June.
When Bgcse exams there.
You ain't get the schedule yet?
No, so I forget to ask.
Yeah, get the schedule. Could be
Or
December.
else it,
Um,
Mine don't even have it.
which mean you want to have it? It have to have your schedule.
They don't have it.
that's a
That
problem.
That's right.
and not in a schedule.
I could cry.
Yeah, right. What you mean they don't have what? Don't have marks?
No, like my school don't have the schedule.
Oh, they don't have it yet. Oh, okay. They don't have it. They just didn't get it yet. Our school ain't got it yet either. And if you go there individually, yeah, they give it to you. Like that. Okay, so we want, so the ladder slips down, da, da, da. Calculate the height OM. So we're trying to figure what is this height. Yeah, OM. Calculate the height OM. So what is OM? So what we'll be looking at is we're looking at this triangle, this right triangle, by the way, this one right now. And so I'm going to enlarge that triangle, take it out so you can see it properly.
We
So
already got two angles, right?
yeah, we have two angles already. Yeah.
So
So
we're using that same thing again.
sine rule,
The thing where we use yesterday,
Pythagoras theorem.
Pythagoras technique.
No, we have two angles, not two sides. That's the difference.
Oh, so we're using sine rule.
I gotta see right now. Alright, sure. So this is OM. This is the missing distance that we want. We don't know the distance of OP, but we do know that this is 30 degrees. We have no idea what MP is. Okay, so we just have, okay. But didn't we figure out what is, not yesterday, didn't we figure out, sorry, didn't we figure out what was, sorry. Oh, we figured what was
Huh?
MN. MN is 3.9.
Oh,
Mm, you don't know NP, so we don't know that. So OM, we need to know what OM is. We have no sides. That's the problem. We literally have no sides. It's crazy. No sides. All we know is two angles, 90 degrees and 30 degrees. No sides. No sides. No sides. Okay, we can't use Pythagoras theorem because Pythagoras theorem, we need two sides. We can't use sine rule because for sine rule, you need at least one side. We can't use the trig ratios. For the trig ratios, you need at least one side.
So what for?
I'm thinking cosine rule. That might be our savior. Uh, Again, we only have two angles. If we have two angles, then we know the third one, eh? Yeah, that's true. Okay, good. It's cosine rule, yeah. It's cosine rule because then that means we have three angles. All right. So
So
we could figure out what is the missing angle here. Okay, good. So the missing angle here would be what? What would be this missing angle?
um,
That's gonna be what? 180 minus what?
90
minus 30
plus
plus
30.
90.
90 plus 30. So 90 plus 30.
90 plus 30 is 120.
120, so it'll be 60.
60. So it's gonna be equal to. This is a special triangle, you know. I don't know if y'all know that. This one of the angles that we should know by heart. Like we should know these sides by heart. That's just
I can be honest, I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
yeah, it's one of the special triangles.
Alright.
90, 30, 60. So what is 180 minus 120? 60, right?
60.
Good. So that means that this angle in here is, of course, 60 degrees. All right, so we need to know what is the length of this missing side. So let's see if we could use cosine rule to help us. So cosine rule for a side. Let's see how it's constructed. So cosine rule for a missing side is, if you don't know what a squared is, we're gonna need to know the sides. So that's useless. No, that ain't helping. For sides, yeah, we gonna need to know what is the, yeah, that ain't helping at all. Alright, so it is not cosine rule. So what could we do? We have three sides. But this is a special triangle though. That's one of the things. This is a special triangle. One that we should know by heart. Like the length of it. The length of these sides. We should know by heart. But I want to know by a formula, what could we do? Any ideas? Any ideas?
Add all of them.
Say it again?
Then minus, add all of them to minus 180.
No. No, sorry. I ain't work. Yeah, we don't know a single side.
And you said trigonometry can't work, right?
No, it can't because we need a side for those things. Trey can't help us. And the thing about it is, it would have been good if it was
What are you trying to figure out, Mr. Petit?
the length of this side.
Okay.
Do we know M to P? Or no?
No, we don't know m to p, but we know m to n.
Will you say that's now we know M to who?
We know m to n.
Mr. Petit, just a little curious. Can we the entire L to M, can we minus that from 6.5, or it'll be like a whole different
No, we
no,
can't do that. We can't do that.
we
Never
just rely
ever.
on a different angle.
Well, why, wow. Well, I'll be so stupid. Sorry, I so stupid. OP, this just seem ladder, right? Isn't it? This seem ladder that it just slide over, right?
Oh, God, Daddy.
So that's still 6.5. All right.
No way.
Yeah, it's still 6.5. It's the same ladder. You just say that the ladder slips, eh? So it's the same ladder. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's my bad. So that means that it's easy then. It's easy now. Like easy. We use a lot of things. We could use Sine rule, we could use trig ratios. Yeah, it's easy now. All right, so let's use sine rule. So we're gonna call this one. Y'all can hear me? I feel like I was.
I think you'll get kicked out.
Okay, yeah, because I heard a thing. Okay, so what I was saying is it's easy now. Y'all can see my screen?
Is it the elevation thing or the depression thing?
You can see my screen, first of all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. What I'm saying now, it's easy now. We could use trig ratios or we could use sine rule. Um, we can use sine rule though. So, remember we trying to find this missing side right there. So if this is capital M, this is what? Small m.
Small m.
If this is capital P, this is small p. We don't know what that angle is. If this is capital O, this is small o. Alright, so sine rule says that, and we're trying to find this missing side. So sine rule says that P over sine of P is equal to M, small m, over sine of what? Sine of, someone help me. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. You can
You're
repeat
gone.
that.
You're gone for a second.
I
Yeah.
had it gone for a second again. Okay. What I'm saying is sine rule says that P over sine of capital P equals small m over sine of what?
Capital M?
Capital.
Cap.
Oh, never mind.
Very good. Capital M. Very good, Lionel.
Oh, I thought I got it wrong.
No, you're right. What is capital P? What is capital P?
I mean, 30
Was it
degrees.
36?
30
30,
degrees.
30 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, it's not being
What is
finished.
capital M?
6.5.
6.5.
Capital M.
90 degrees?
90
Sorry.
degrees. What is small m?
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
6.5. Very good. And what is P? Do we know what that is yet?
No, sir.
No, that's our unknown. That's what we're trying to find. Good. What is sine of 90?
1.
Oh no.
Now say one in Japanese.
Ah, you funny.
No.
I know, right? Number 1. Now what do we do at this juncture?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply.
Very good. Cross multiply. Cross multiply.
How we get 1?
Because sine of 90 is 1.
Oh, I always keep forgetting that. My bad.
Yeah, sine of 90 is 1. So 1 times P is
P.
P1?
P.
P.
Oh, oh my god.
And this is going to be equal to 6.5 times sine 30.
I know that.
Does anyone know this?
Calculator.
Yep, you have to use a calculator. So P is going to be equal to 6.5 times sine of 30.
Let me see what you get to see if I right.
What you got?
I know very.
Oh, you don't have your right. Okay. Did you get that, Miss Cooper?
Nope.
No. So what did you do?
Let's just say I don't know.
Okay.
I multiply it. I don't know what to do.
Oh wow. Just use the you have to use the sine symbol. Like, okay, if you use the regular, but you have to use a scientific calculator. So just put a regular scientific calculator on Google or something. 6.5 sine
It's 17.
of what? 30.
30. I get 195.
Oh, it's giving me a negative. You know why it's giving me a negative? Because this is what? In radians. We need to convert it to degrees. Good.
I get 195.
What did you do?
So we multiplying, right?
Yeah, multiplying.
I put 6.5 multiplied by the sine of 30.
You sure you put sine of 30?
Yes, sir.
What calculator are you using?
The one on my phone.
Could you go back to the phone, please?
6.5 times sine of 30 should give you 3.25. I don't know what that calculator is doing. Take a
Me neither.
take a screenshot of it and send it to me.
Just a bit.
Yes, mom.
Could you go back to the slide, please? I didn't get. Okay, thank you.
So P is equal to 3.25. All right.
Is that
Go ahead.
I'm asking if that's the height.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the height. That's the height
okay.
of OM.
Okay.
So that's
I kind of understand this now. It's
very
like
good.
proportion, but different.
Yeah. And if you understand this in grade 9, kudos to you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe when I understood this. Grade 12, 11. For real.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
They don't know how lucky they are.
They don't know. Y'all don't know. Trust me. Y'all ahead of y'all time. Trust me. Some schools, some classes don't even do this. They
That's true.
don't even do it. Alright, so thus we can say that um that's the angle, not the angle, that's the height. That's the height OM. That's the height OM equals to what? 3.25 what? Meters, right?
Meters.
Yeah, meters.
Excuse me, Mr. Big T. Is the thus really necessary all the time?
Um, well, I say that because I want you to I wanted to, because it's not clear. This is just P, right? We label this as P, right? But the question asks for the height of OM. We know that even though we labeled it P, that's what we was talking about. But just to be clear, I would write this. I would write this in my
Mr. Bettina, Auntie says she's stepping up.
All right, no problem. Nap time.
Very nice.
Foul. Very foul.
What happened? I don't understand.
How did she tell you this time?
Well, that's true. My lies. All right. Okay, good. All right. So, yeah. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. Please send me the notes on it. Please.
Listen to you have a green apple.
It's interesting you say that, because I have some green apples lying around.
Listen
Uh,
to it. I smacking these, bro.
oh,
But they sour.
yeah, that's the thing. These for diabetics. I mean, I shouldn't say that, right? But
What?
I mean, like, I mean, like, it's better the diabetics eat them because it don't have a big, like, the sugar content is not that much. And so,
That's them Granny Smith apple say Cooper.
But
not the
I
red,
know. All I know, I cut them up and I smashing these.
the green one. Dun, 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 dun.
Uh,
Okay, good. So we already did this. So we did all three. Next up is, wow, we just missed it. Hello, Mr. Bethel. You just missed this ordeal on the height. Really wish you was here for that. Um, go ahead.
I just say my
I could barely hear you though. Sound like,
no, I was saying my greeting.
oh, you're saying your greeting. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I was saying that I wish you were here for us dealing with OM, the continuation of that question on yesterday. All right, so we're done with this
All you
question.
did was find the inner angle, right?
No, it wasn't the angle, it was the height OM. So we're trying to find this height.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, I was holding off for a good while, but then I didn't see you come, so I said, let me just do it.
Yeah, I suppose it just like quickly changed my head bulb, but that took longer than I expected. I mean, especially when you find yourself by twin brothers getting conch salad. So.
What? Okay. Okay. All right. I don't understand that. Wow. I don't know. The diagram shows a garden, the pot with a pond, and surrounded by grass. Right. So we have a pond, and it's surrounded by grass, green grass all around. Calculate the length of fencing needed to go completely around the pond. Right. So the length of this is very important. Calculate the length of fencing needed to go complete around the pond. So what are they asking us for? So there's a word that we use.
what you say?
What are they asking us for this one?
They asked for the length of the fencing.
Yeah, but there's like a
Nature.
word that we use for that. The length of the fencing, the length of the
Length times width, eh?
What?
no mom, not
You
there
mean
mom.
like the parameter?
You mean the perimeter. So that's what they're asking us for. Perimeter of this object. So because they didn't say area, they say length of fencing. So the length of the fence will go 6 meters across, 3 meters
Up.
down, 6 meters across, 3 meters down. So we're dealing with perimeter, not area. All right, so it's important to know the difference. All right, so bear that in mind. So length of fencing is going to be equal to Um, was going to be 6 meters plus 3 meters plus 6 meters plus 3 meters. We understand that? You understand
Yes, sir.
where 6 from?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it's going to be equal to 6 plus 3 is
9.
9.
9. And 6 plus 3 again is
9.
9.
with what?
18.
18 meters.
We on this topic now in math.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember these days.
You want the perimeter?
Remember that area? Yeah, I remember that. I had a good maths teacher. Very good lady.
I like my math teacher. She's helped me understand stuff good.
Yeah, I have one. Her name is Miss Williams. Well, I had one. Her name is Miss Williams. Very good. Script though, but very good.
I know.
Math's too nice.
She's a Jamaican, right?
You say he or she?
She.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know you.
How you know her?
My teacher too.
What school?
AF.
Yeah,
Haven't
yeah,
they?
partly, yes. Boy, she was strict, boy.
But I didn't like her though. I didn't like her.
Yeah, but she good. She good. You know when I took grade 9 BJC? You know I took that?
When?
When?
Grade 8. In grade 8. And got an A.
So what you do in grade 9?
Grade 9, just get off. Honestly. All the
I,
time.
I hope I pass and then get off like you.
Wait, Miss Cooper, you in grade 8?
Yes, sir.
What?
Oh. He just knowing that? I said, listen, BT.
What?
The
Miss Cooper,
first day
you
she
in grade
came.
8?
So BT just knowing that?
What is your parent trying to do with you? Like, by the time you, by the time you reach
I
grade
have no
12, you'll
idea.
be like Einstein. Like, like
Shit,
Cooper,
rather you time.
They can let her graduate early
they gonna let her grad. What? Cooper, you in grade
and
8?
send her to college.
Saturday, no, what? Miss Cooper keeping up like she in grade, like she out of school there. Oh, whoa! I
That's
I
what it. How you ain't know that though?
I how could I? How could
I
I?
thought you know that.
He's be keeping up with Nancy and thing. How I supposed to know that?
Irish say it.
How I supposed to know that? Wow. I was saying right now and next year good. Kennedy could be in grade 10. Miss Cooper could be in grade 10. Lionel could be in grade 10. So this could be good. And now Miss Cooper says she in grade 8. Gee. So you doing all the BJCs in grade 8? Or you which BJCs you doing?
Only one I ain't doing is general
Oh, okay, okay.
Mr. BT.
So how you get recommended? That's my question.
from my teachers.
Wow, they recommend you from grade 8.
Yeah, big dream.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's good.
Mr. BT.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, mom. Anyway, I was saying, I'm supposed to be in grade 10, right? I repeated grade 2 because I used to go to government school. And if you go to government, the private school, they'll make you repeat a grade.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. You actually supposed to
How
be
old
in
you
grade
is,
10.
Lionel?
15.
None of
I started
beeswax.
school early.
None of beeswax.
Whoa!
Scoop is my friend. She ain't get offended. Um, but wow, that's a revelation. Anyway, length of fencing is 18 meters. Wow, she in grade 8. Wow, can't believe it.
So can you spell on that?
I promise you, I still on that. I'll be on that for like several days. Wow, I would have never guessed.
Sound like
So
she ready
great
to
you
take the
tell again.
BGCSE.
Exactly, she sound like she ready. Wow, crazy.
She more ready than me.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Lionel say,
Well, you know, they say when you're younger, you learn faster, soak up things easier.
you know why though?
Exactly.
Because the neurons,
No, no,
no,
no neurons. I know scientific answer.
no, that's scientific.
I want no scientific answer. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, because they still naive.
Not naive.
Genetics.
Not naive. I mean, I guess more. They just more.
Hyper.
Not hyper. Hyper is not the word. It's akin to naive, but I want something more. You know, something that doesn't sound like a
I mean, the internet. So
Derogatory.
yeah. Then it's not naive. It's more accepting, and you know they're like a real sponge. They have no biases.
they still green.
Yeah, that's the word. Like they ain't really on that, you know, feelings or I ain't feel like doing this, da. They just do as they are told. And so once you like that, you learn quickly. You learn quickly. That's the spirit. Alright, so
I need that spirit.
boy. I remember when I was like that boy. My goodness. Now it's so hard for me to do A and B and C. It's like, wait, I wish I was still in primary school where once the teacher say jump, I say how high. Like it was no question. Now you ask me to jump, it's like, where you want me to jump? How far? Not how far. Like, can I land safely? How much I getting paid if I jump? You know, uh, what's the what's the
So much questions.
like
See, that's your problem. If someone tell you run, you will know why. Suppose they helping you from not dying.
yeah, that's the thing. Suppose they are not. That's not that's
But if I see a bunch of people running, I can run too.
what? Uh, oh wow.
So on them, me jump. I look at them if they crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the thing, right? But it's I mean the attitude comes with pros and cons, but at learning it's definitely a lot of pros. Um, okay, area of the pond, 6 meters times 3 meters.
8 meters.
Because we're dealing with area, we're not dealing with
18.
perimeter, right? So it's gonna be
Okay.
18
One times it, right?
9 times width. So 18 what? Meters
Meters squared.
What else?
meters squared. Yeah, meters squared.
Oh,
Yeah, meters squared. Ah, da, 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 da. This one, sorry. 18 meters squared. Good. So that's the area of the pond. Next up, we want the area of the grassy region.
you gotta multiply them.
The grassy region, look where it is. That's gonna be, sorry, let me move this. Let me move that. Wow, she's in grade 8.
And we do this before with the shed,
Yeah, this is similar concept. You know how they go.
copy and pasting.
There they go. You know how your peoples go. Grassy area would be this. Right? Wait a minute. They say okay, yeah, the area of the pond. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. And now here we want the area of the grassy region. So, oh, the entire grass region. So that means you want the area of all of this, right? Yeah. Let me see. Area of pond, area of the grassy region. No, we just want the area of the thing of the grassy region. So that excludes the area of the pond. All right. So we have to find the area of the garden first. All right. and then we need to find. Then we gotta subtract that from the area of the pond. All right.
What you say, Mr. Petit?
We need to find the area of the garden, the entire garden, the whole thing. Then we're gonna subtract that from the area of the pond to get the area of the grass. Remember, we just want the area of the grain, you know. We don't want to include the area of the pond, so we need to take that out. We need to subtract it out. You know what I'm saying? So if we know the
So
area
we
of the
doing 18 times 12?
yeah, we're doing 18 times 12, and then we're gonna subtract it from the area of the pond to find the area of the grass.
What you calling that? The area of the field or something?
The area of the garden.
Oh, it's a garden. No.
Okay, so let's do this. It's gonna be yeah, that's exactly what we have to do. They just did a pull a fast one on us. They don't usually ask it like that. They usually carry us a little more step by step, and that's what I was expecting them to do, but I guess they got angry at us. So area of garden equals
Mr. Petit,
meters. Yes, sir.
I can't do like BJC extended and account for Bgcse.
I mean, that's what it is, to be honest, if you ask me. Times 12 meters. Someone said it.
I get 216. Yeah, I got that too.
6 meters.
Yeah.
Meters what?
Squared.
Meters squared.
What?
Very good. And so that's the area of the garden, not the area of the grass.
That's the garden.
That's the garden. Okay. We want to find the area of the grass. See region, we have to take away. So area of grassy region is going to be equal to the area of the garden minus what? Area of what?
The region?
Of area of the pond. The
Pool,
pond.
the pond, yeah.
The pond.
Yeah. Good. Put us in green. And then let's decrease it a bit. So what is the area of the garden? We just saw it. What's the area of the garden? Hello?
What you say?
What is the area of the garden?
The area of the
See,
garden.
I try to.
Wait, area of the garden.
Nah, both of them are same.
I know, right?
18. 18. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have an area of the garden is 216.
Thank you.
What's you?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Oh, we minus it from 18 meters squared, right?
Alright, what is the area of the pond?
Yes, sweet. They distracted
18,
me.
18 meters squared.
18 meters squared. The area of the pond we said is 18 meters squared. Alright.
Jeez.
Mr. Petit, I was so lost. I didn't know where I was just now.
Your students distract me. Blame them.
What they is doing that distract you?
We did nothing.
You say that too quick.
We did none.
You say that too quick, Miss Cooper. You say that too quick.
Oh, Mr. Petit, I have a question. Ain't related to maths though.
I figured.
Yes. Your school of a student comes up.
In my I gotta come to class with 10 encyclopedias. 5
His questions is speed. Oh, damn.
I gotta come ready, man. 1,000 thesauruses.
Mm-hmm.
Just for one student. Go ahead.
What?
Talk to me today.
I was asking you if your school have a student council.
No, we don't.
What
So
type is? Oh my god.
216 minus 18 is what? That's 198.
198.
Yeah,
I got it right.
very good, Lionel. Should we give Lionel
Yay, Lionel.
No.
what do you need? A
That's
prize, a sticker?
no. That's simple math.
Let me let me get a sticker for you, Lionel. The stickers
Stop it,
for you,
Mr.
Lionel.
BD. Mr. BD, stop it.
Give him the skulls.
Mr.
No,
BD, don't do that.
Ow.
100%, 100%. How did a sticker? I say for
Don't give me
kids.
no sticker, please.
We're gonna put it right on your head, okay?
Do not.
Nice.
For kids, though.
Boy, oh
Yeah,
my.
this is perfect.
Do not do that.
What's a good job one in the first graders house?
Immature.
Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. All right.
If
Good.
the did use implement that in your classes,
What?
Yeah, but BBs be doing that.
like have the names on the board, like on a separate area just for them, and like have stars. Whoever have the most stars could be on top.
This is not
My teacher
America,
did that
boy.
in grade 6, and boy, did that encourage us to do well. I ain't gonna lie. That was a
You don't do that with me. I say I
You know
take
what
you
is
separate.
motivate us in our school?
that
When
was
you offer us money and give us tests, we'll do it. And like whoever get the highest, they give you the money. That's what motivates us in St. John's.
oh y'all money
Better
oriented.
be 50K.
Gotta give her one slow 50. Okay.
You should see how people is carry on over dollar in St. John's.
$1?
Yes, man. Yeah, carry on like wild animals
Wow.
over dollar.
I thought that was like $50.
You know what you could do with dollar? You buy good shit with that, man.
That DJ efficient.
I almost killed my classmate today.
Boy, that's
All right.
that's like a personal problem.
At least you could be guiding counselor. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
so let's do this. Let's factorize these things. Yeah. Factorize and simplify.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
that garden, what we was just doing, that was on BJC.
What you think?
I feel like that was on BJC.
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what it was on.
I think Miss Cooper overhyping herself for this exam and could be disappointed.
Never. I don't believe that.
Mm.
No,
I'm
sir.
telling you this, because she gonna
Cooper, been here from. Boy.
1998. That's
No,
why.
I mean she acting like she's so scared of the exam.
Exactly.
Like she could be disappointed when she get there.
Them smart girls is
If you
all
gonna get that
about-
highest award,
Yeah.
Oh, the highest award.
Them smart girls act like they gonna do bad, and when they look at their stuff, they pass them with a big A. That's Cooper right there.
Yeah, I had a student. She got the highest in the school when on the math exam that we had, and everybody else, only 2 people passed. Everybody else, and okay, only 2 people passed. The highest was an 86. That's what she got in my math exam, right?
Oh boy.
And everybody else, no one else. Okay, only 2 people get above 60, right? Out of the whole school, and on a paper because she got the highest, I put excellent. She look at that paper. She said, "Mr. Petit, you serious? Excellent? That's a B." I say, "What?" He said, "I don't get B's. I
that's
get
an A minus in my school.
Right?
Yeah, that's an A minus in my school.
I was like, wow. This
Mr.
girl-
DT, I know you got your bamboo stick ready to cut the people who did bad on their exam.
I mean, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna hit them for. That's their life. They wanna ruin
I
it.
gotta soak them with something.
Mr. DT, know you got that bamboo stick on. Come here.
No, man.
I already have my
What's
answer
that?
for this question.
Ready factorize it?
Yes, sir.
What is the common factor that you use?
6y.
6y, that's correct, yeah. X squared. Y. For the life of me, I was trying to figure out why this questions were 3 points. I don't know. But if they want to do it, they could give 3 points for it.
Probably wanted to give away points.
Yeah. This is the easiest 3 points you can get in your life. So it's
I
gonna be
understand why though, because if you look at when we mark each other paper in class, it's the only thing they get right actually. So I understand.
so 6y.
I suck at this.
Yeah, we can learn. So okay, first let's look at the numbers. So 12, 18, and 6, right? So clearly the highest common factor between all three of them is 6. So we're gonna use 6 again, 6 here. X is not common in all, so we can't use X. And
Why
Y.
is
Y is though, yeah. Y is common in all, so we could use Y. Voila. Open bracket. What times 6 gives you 12?
True.
2. Wait, let me use different color. Different color. What times 6 gives you 12? 2.
2?
Two.
We don't have no X in there, so we have to put X right here.
X and then
Y gives you Y squared
Y.
Why?
right,
I told you.
plus. What times 6 gives you 18?
Three.
3.
3. No,
You know the
so we have to
fives.
put X squared. And yeah, that's it, because we already have a Y over here. So that's good.
Minus
Minus what?
1.
What times 6y gives you 6y?
1.
1. Right, and so that's the answer right there.
I got what you're waiting for.
Any questions on that?
No, sir.
Okay, that's good. I only received a note from a few people. My class is full of people, and only a
I
few
remember.
people sending notes. Lionel, you're one of them who's not sending anything.
I have my notes right here, Mr. DP.
I hear you.
Ooh,
I have it right
I
here.
smell cat.
On
Speed,
God.
speed dial. I know I have on speed dial.
On Cuba Live, I have my stuff written down.
I know I have on speed dial, Lionel.
Oh my God. I have it written down. But I can be honest with you. Yesterday, I wasn't on because I fell asleep. I fell asleep because I had a headache.
Oh, okay. The headache excuse.
No, no,
I
no.
heard?
I'm not
What haven't
lying.
I
I'm
heard
not lying. I'm
before?
not lying.
What haven't I
My
heard
mom
before?
even vouch for me.
Yes, that's fine, Lionel. That's what it
I'm
is.
not lying, Mr. DP.
I've heard all the type of excuses
Oh my
from hundreds,
God, Mr.
so
DP. I'm not lying.
I know all the dimensions to come in. Right?
You got ask my mom and she can tell you I was asleep the whole time.
That's fine.
What you want me get my St. John's nurse to you and let her vote too?
That's fine. That's
Oh
fine.
my God, Mr. DP, I'm not lying.
No, I'm not saying you're lying. I
Mr.
simply
PT,
saying
you
that's
trying to
fine.
say I'm lying in the nicest way.
Oh my goodness, Lionel, I don't believe that you're lying. How else you want me to say that? I don't believe you're lying.
Well, but they know that student is where everything from.
Hmm. They know. They
Who
know.
the-
They
who it is?
they know. They know exactly who it is. They sleep every so often in class,
Hey,
and
I know that.
I ain't calling no names. That's it. Like in trouble. I ain't calling
Wink,
no
wink, not judge.
wait, wait.
I swear.
Oh, y'all ain't easy, boy. Y'all ain't good friends at all.
So we will soon separate. In the next couple of months, we will go our separate ways and never cross paths ever again.
You know that's you, though,
I
Nancy.
know exactly. Why you?
She wanted everybody to know how we could have been someone else, though.
Yeah, it's gonna mean someone else.
Who else y'all just show one but sleeping in this class all the time?
Oh, so you're guilty then.
So you guilty. So you guilty. Guilty as charged.
You know what? I'm gonna just slowly walk away from this conversation.
Oh my, oh my. Okay, so I mean, this is so easy. They bring it every single time. I mean,
Yeah, so easy.
I don't
It's
know.
so easy. It's so easy. I keep getting half points on this.
So let's go. So 3 times 2 is
Six.
6.
Sex.
3 times
7
is what?
is 21.
21.
21.
21Z.
21Z. Very good. Plus
4Z.
4Z. Good. And then we just bring down the 5 and the plus sign. All right, so next up, we're asking ourselves, what numbers do we have? We got to do the group the like terms. So, 5 plus 6 is
Is
what?
11.
5 plus 6 is 11.
11.
11.
And be careful, negative 21 plus 4.
Plus 4. That's 17. That's negative 17.
Negative 17Z.
Negative 17Z. Very good. Negative 17Z. And with that, you get your 3 points. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's good. Thank you, Dylan. All right, so let's move on.
Today's language, right?
Yeah, today is language, and I'm really anticipating language class today. I really am. I've been thinking about that from earlier today.
So you cancel in class?
Why would I didn't say cancel. Why would I say
Now, don't be too cocky.
Mr. Betty would never cancel class. I don't know why.
Unless.
have I ever canceled class before though?
Yes.
Cancel?
But it's very rare that
Yes,
you.
remember when you was stuck on the highway?
Oh yeah. Wait, man, that was an emergency, man.
That was so funny, Mr.
Hilarious.
Betty. That was too funny.
That was funny. You find my car stopping in the middle of the highway. Funny. All right.
I ran over to come on
People was
class and
knocking
I
on the
joined.
window sill.
The car wouldn't move. Man.
That was too funny.
Ah, you gotta do more.
So you had the pusher?
What happened? A wrecker came and moved it. That's what happened.
Jeez.
Oh, so you didn't push it?
Why would put you this?
See, pulling over it now.
Push it where?
Nancy getting back. Okay, Nancy.
And who could drive it?
Yeah. So,
Where you was gonna push it though?
okay, let me tell you the truth then. I pushed it with one hand since I want to hear the truth. I pushed it with one hand all the way home.
Never that. Never that.
I smell cap.
If you'd have said two, I might have believed that, but not the one though.
I pushed it all the way home. Put it
Mr.
on.
T, you're so tiny. Like, I trying to figure out how that's possible.
Oh.
What happened.
Oh,
I drank the spinach, Popeye spinach, and I tried. Cause that's the story y'all want. I tell you, like I used the racker. Y'all look like y'all wanted me to push that. Yeah, the racker came. Okay, so here what we need is what them to be the same. Um, we want the denominators to be the same. So we have to make sure that they're the same. What we could use for 4 and 5, the lowest common multiple.
20.
20.
Very good. 20. She said that with confidence. I love it. 20. So what times 4? It gives me 20.
5.
5.
5.
Nice.
Very good. Whatever we do at the bottom, we must do at the
Top.
Top.
very good. So, alright. What times 5 gives me 20?
4.
4.
4. Very good.
4.
Whatever we do at the bottom, we must do the top.
Top.
So, good. So now we have 5 times 3t. So that's 5 times 3t minus 2t times 4. Good. And we gotta put the equal sign as well. Good. And so we ask ourselves, what is 5 times 3? 5 times
15.
15.
very good. So it's 15t minus what is 2 times 4?
18.
80.
Very good. 8t
80.
divided
Is it,
by,
I need stepping out just for 1 minute.
sure, no
Excuse me.
problem. Divided by 20. It's going to be equal to
Oh, I don't know this.
15t minus 8t. What is it?
70.
70. Very good. So we have put 70.
Which
It
one?
sounds like we're saying 70, right? Like the number 70.
Yeah, that's how I was going to repeat
Yeah, that's
myself.
what it's
But then I was like,
supposed to
you probably know what I say.
Yeah. 70 over 20. All right, so this is the answer.
English hard.
Need some cough drops.
Why?
You want to say Kate?
No, I'm not sick. No, I'm not sick. One little clear stroke.
Gotta make sure nowadays.
You want to see how quick COVID come and gone?
Don't call that quickness with what, 2019? It come?
My goodness. Come and gone.
I mean to be a historian, but that's like the shortest thing because
But isn't it still here?
honestly,
I mean, it gone, so.
I mean, really, is it still there? I mean, schools are basically back to normal.
I mean, it's still in the world.
It's still here, though.
Oh my goodness. Y'all know what I mean in terms of the intensity. Every week, lockdown. And the news, lockdown. Like, oh my goodness. Crazy, man.
That was annoying, though.
Maybe it just fade out from our daily lives. That's all.
What happened is, I don't know, their agenda they probably done what they had to do. And they realized we need to get back to normal. And
You know, an easier way to bring down the numbers is to just stop testing, right?
It's 8 o'clock, guys.
why are you telling me?
Lionel say it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Thank you,
For
time
sure.
people.
Wait, what happened to Sanders? What happened to Cornet's to Sanders?
Oh, prayer meeting. Wednesday night prayer meeting.
Man,
You can tell
her accent sounds so funny.
Lionel, please don't stop.
What's the big deal? Why I just can't stop.
Don't start. Don't start. Please don't stop. All right, Michaela. All right, so now for the moment of truth. So,
Mr. Petite, I must send a blurry picture, but
you mean the picture of your homework? I know. Thank you so much.
the last picture I sent, blurry.
This one?
Yes,
Why that blurry?
they made it.
That you take good pictures, eh?
Yeah, she's a
Click,
good
click.
student. She's a good student. Let me show you her work. Good student.
Don't do that. Don't do
Good
that. Don't do
student.
that.
No, she's a good student. Jeez, give me notes. The rest of y'all, I know else be.
I start following.
Oh, no, that's
the notes go in
proud.
my head, so I can't really show you that.
The notes go in your head, eh?
Every time I
Yeah,
send
you'll
Mr.
have to get some probes and
But
hook
hey,
it up to my head and try to get them, extract them.
Every time I send Mr. Big Teeth my work, it always in different colors. Like,
But
like
Mr. PD, which one do you prefer though? You prefer the notes to be in your book or in your head?
it's not it's not a it's not a choice between the two. It's both. And so you need to have it in your book because
memory is fading, and so if you forget it, at least you have a reference, a tangible reference. That's why we write things down, so that we can have a reference, and so it needs to be in both. Okay.
You guys see my eyes?
Yeah,
My
A
these
creepy
goodness.
baby.
these weird eyes. I don't understand why. Like Lionel, why you do this? Anyway, let me see these pictures for you.
No!
Let's see, Lionel. Put them on display. Oh, these are the best notes I've ever got. Well, uh, at least they're better than how they usually is.
What would you mean?
Oh, this nice, Lionel. Compared to my. You're in a good mood today.
He used ruler. Look at this.
Look at that.
Look
Like,
at
good
this.
student today. Look at that. Look at
So
the
them colors
triangles.
though, they're green and blue.
They have a green. Oh, you the good. You see the see his colors. See in this room. I don't know. That's a dance hall. I don't know.
So I get on.
Blue and all type foolishness. All right, so let's go. So, the moment of truth. And no one sent me their homework, so I guess no one did it.
What homework?
Oh, yeah, you asked me, but homework now.
That's what you
I
do.
attempted it,
Homework.
but I didn't.
You attempted it, but
I didn't know how they wanted it.
you didn't
So
know how they wanted it, so you just gave up.
no. Yes, basically.
So you're a quitter.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. How does it feel to be a quitter?
I mean, it feels good to know myself.
Okay.
I don't have no homework in my book.
At least he admitted it.
He admitted it. He admitted that he's a quitter and he gives up. uh,
I have motivational issues. So.
okay. All right. So let's go. Let's get this going. This was in 2013. It's 2010. Eh? The freedom thing.
It was 2013.
Yeah, there we go. The freedom. So the homework was, how does the writer use language? Where's Nancy? She needs to be here.
Yeah, but when they want you to answer that.
It's taking a 2 minute
Okay,
sleep.
sorry, I was in the kitchen, but I could hear you.
Okay. All right. Did you do the homework?
I didn't finish it. I didn't have time to. But if you give me by 11 o'clock tonight, I'll send it to you. If that's okay.
We're going over it now though. So yeah.
No, but
Actually, the same thing happened to me.
I really did start it. I know quitter. Don't ever categorize me as a quitter. I'm a.
I agree with Nancy wholly because I did start it too, but I just didn't finish it because.
No, you see, you admit defeat. I'll never admit defeat. No,
At least I started.
You want a different ball game. You on the failure side. I'm trying to stay on the success side.
Okay.
All right, I understand that.
You been down the drain. I still am.
Yeah, we still need some people at the bottom, to keep things smooth. So everyone can't be no chief. So I accept my place in society.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but if you give me, honestly, please just give me until 11 tonight.
All right. No problem. I mean, we going
But
over
Mr.
it.
Fatigue, the reason I didn't finish it is because I didn't know how they want it. Like what they want me to do, just tell them, oh, they use this type of.
That's it.
That's it. Just listening.
Not listed. Like
that's what I mean. I didn't know what they wanted.
Like almost
Define 14 techniques from.
It's okay. The way how you answer it. You ever did literature before?
No, I don't. I was so long ago.
I just don't remember much from literature. I did it. Just don't remember much.
This is exactly a literature question.
Ever since COVID, they did it. They don't allow us to take literature anymore.
Says who?
No, like they be like they stop us from taking it because they feel as if we're too far behind.
Oh, you mean at your school?
Yeah, last year. Because I sit couple last year, but they didn't allow us to sit literature.
Okay, so the way you would answer it, in a pretend like it's an essay. That's the best way I could say. But so it's going to have. So first of all, what you do is you identify You identify the strategies that you want to choose. That's the first thing you do. Like I said, depending on how much strategies you pick, um, depending on how much strategies you pick, determines how much what the grade level you're gonna get. So, if you do, because it's out of 14. So if you give them um, if you give them 14, 12 to 14, then you'll be in the A range in terms of the points. But you don't list them, right? You actually, so here they give you a word count for number one, but here they don't give you a word count, right? So what you basically is gonna do, you're gonna write a a mini essay. That's probably the best way I could explain it, whereby you state or identify and explain how, I mean, the techniques that are given. So you identify it. So you say, okay, I believe that the writer used this technique. Then you quote from the passage where this technique is given, and then you explain the figurative language or what the writer means by it and how it recreate what the slave felt. And you're gonna do it for all 14. So it's a pretty chunky read. So it's not a listing, it's a identifying, finding the quote in the passage to support your reasoning, and then a brief explanation on it. Okay, that's the basic format of it. But the way how I'm gonna answer it, because I'm answering it um from a mark scheme standpoint, so I'm just going to list them. So I'm gonna create a table and list the possible answers. But in your response, you're not gonna list them out like this. You're gonna create a mini essay. So you're gonna say, okay, I'll be discussing how the writer uses these techniques to recreate what the slave experienced and felt. The first technique is boom. It is fine in line, boom. You give the quotation marks, and then you explain what the technique did and what the writer meant by it. Then you give some kind of commentary, and then you go on to the second one. All right, and all the way up to as much as you could find. So, all right, let's begin. All right.
So it's a points buffet.
It's a points buffet, and it is a mini essay, indeed, really. Okay, so how does the writer use language and other techniques to recreate what the slaves experienced and felt? Basically, how does the writer use literary devices inside the essay? That's basically the trying to say. Because it's their essay. In their essay, they recreate what the slave experienced and felt. That's what the essay was about. So they basically asking how or where and how does the author use literary devices in their essay? That's basically what they asking. So here, just give you some feedback. So consider um candidates. So write this down for me, please. Consider candidates' ability to. So when I'm marking this, right, I am going to consider the candidate's ability to, number one,
Mr.
appreciate.
Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
what is this over here?
What's your we writing the answer to this question? You understand that?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So when I'm marking this, right, as an examiner, I am going to consider the candidate's ability to do, number one, appreciate how the writer used language. Number two, I'm going to consider um, how, like, the candidate's ability to identify techniques or strategies and provide examples. So you can't just say, oh, this was used, and then don't cite where it was used. All right, so this is very important. State what was used, state the technique that they used to build up the essay, but also provide examples. We say provide examples. All right. And then comment on, this is very important, we call this personal response, comment on the effects on the reader. So you're not only going to say what the strategy that was used, you're not only going to provide the example, but you're also going to state what effect does this strategy have on the reader who is reading the essay. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when I'm marking this paper,
No, I don't actually. Could you explain?
okay, what I'm saying is that, okay, so let's say metaphor, right? Okay, let's say metaphor. So let's say that you saw in the essay an example of metaphor. So you can say, in this essay, I noticed that a literary device that was used by the author was a metaphor. And then now you got to provide the example of a metaphor, right? The example of a metaphor that I found in the essay was the following. You put in quotation marks, and then you state the metaphor that you found. Then you comment on the effect this metaphor would have on the reader, which means that you'd say this metaphor would help the reader to understand more deeply something, or it helped the reader to feel empathy towards something, or it would help the reader in, what does that metaphor do, right? Does it provide more understanding? Does it create imagery? Does it establishes the mood of the essay? What does that metaphor do to the reader? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what, Nancy, you understand?
Yes, I have this. Yeah, just looking over my little to do and trying to compare it. And I mean,
Okay, all right, good. But you have to comment on, this is where you could lose a lot of points. They're really looking for personal response. They call this personal response.
What's a big?
Yes, sir.
So you could get like half a point or something in this thing.
Man.
But they asking for like three different things, but they only asking for 1 point each.
It's a combination, right? So, um, it's also how you use it. Like, so what I mean is, yeah, they say the A grade get mentioned 12 to 14 points, right? Um, but that's why it's from 12 to 14, because even if you get 12, you still 12 points, you still get an 8, because it depends on how well you not only found the points, but how well you was able to describe the effect of that technique. Right? That's also an important part. Now, this is not literature, so in literature, you would go way more in depth. Here, you only could briefly explain a little bit, because it's 14 points, and you only have a limited time inside the exam, so you can't go all out, but you need to have some part of your answer where you comment on what effect, or what did that device do to the reader. You know what I mean? How does it help them? And so that's important. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for as the examiner. Does the student appreciate the writer use of language? Does the student know how to identify technique? And can they provide examples of the technique that they said? And do they understand what the metaphor even mean? And how does it have an effect on the persons who are reading it. Right? So that's what I'm looking for as an examiner. Those are the three things I'm looking for with each point. So let's begin. So that's what I'm doing. So now content to consider. So this is the content that I'll be considering when I'm marking this paper, right? I'll be looking at the actual points that, or possible points that could have been, derived. So that's the so first we have the technique, and then we have the example. All right. Technique and example. So all right. So the first technique that I wanna say, and even the first technique that I would say, let's go number one. Let's say the use of flashback. All right. That's a technique or strategy that the writer used in the essay. Do you agree?
You mean like background information?
No.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so flashback. Flashback, I don't know if any of y'all know what flashback mean. That's actually
Yes.
that's actually
Yes, sir.
a, a literary technique or a technique that the writers use inside, or strategy that the writers use inside the essay. Um, what does flashback do? Can someone describe it, define it for me? What we mean?
Flashback is like while you're telling a story, you're trying to tie an old story to a present story.
Yes, yes.
What she
Anyone?
said, Mr. Boutique?
Go ahead, say it again, Nancy.
It's like tying like something from like a century ago, or okay, let's say your story's like in the 1900s, but you're tying the 1800s, the story that happened in the 1800s to your story in the 1900s, trying to get a point across, like a flashback, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You understand? Like you can imagine, like it's just like a literal meaning of flashback. Like person be like, "Well, I had a flashback of when I was in grade." So I mean, it happens all the time in movies though. Like they would start with the regular scene,
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then they'll have a flashback event, and then they go deep.
yeah.
You know who does with that? What movie does that a lot? Kung Fu Panda. I know that.
Every movie's good at someone having a flashback of
Yeah,
something happened a long time ago.
yeah. So that's flashback. So that's a technique that they use in their writing. So Um, so the example that we could use from this, so where's the example from this essay of flashback?
Wouldn't the essay in itself be a flashback?
No, I mean the essay, majority of it's a flashback, but there was a time when they switched. So let's see if we could find it.
It's like the start of the essay.
Flashback is the beginning part where he's just talking about the when he's talking about them being in slavery, then the beginning part of slavery, when the war kind of.
She said, as I now recall, the impressions that they made upon me, they did not at the moment seem to be sad because of loss of property, but rather because of the parting of those whom they had read and who were in many ways very close to them. So this is clear that this person is not like they're describing an event that already passed. You understand what I'm saying? Because she said,
Yes, sir.
it sounds like a she. As I now recall, the impression they made upon me, they did not at the moment seem to be sad because of loss of property, but rather because of parting with those whom they had read and who were in many ways very close to them. So she is retelling an account that happened in the past that is not a present, if you understand what I mean. So I think this line really bears that out. The most distinct thing you can also use this one. The most distinct thing I now recall in connection with the scene was that some man who had been seen, who seemed to be a stranger, made a little speech and read a rather long paper, I think. So she is given a flashback of the events that happened. All right. Uh, okay, look. They say finally the war closed and the day of freedom came. It was a momentous and eventful day to all upon our plantation. We had been expecting it. Freedom was in the air and had been for months. Ah, look at it. It says, finally the day closed and the day of freedom came, right? It was a momentous and eventful day to all upon our plantation, right? We had all been expecting it. So here she is talking about um the day of freedom, right? And it coming. But then she go back in a flashback saying that as the great day drew nearer, there was more singing in the slave quarters than usual. So she started off talking about how the day of freedom came, and she go on even more deeper in the past talking about the events that led up to that. You see that?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Like here the day came, like they experiencing it. It was a momentous and eventful day. While upon our plantation, we had been expecting it. Freedom was in the air and had been for months. Yeah, and then she go further back into the past. Uh, so it begins with the day slavery was abolished, then flashes back to the events leading up to that day. That's true. That's true. We could live with that. So it
But you
begins.
could only use one, right?
You wanna only use one. You don't want to use 102, like because this would be too long. Begins with the
Although I was thinking like you see how you have the doing quotation marks where you're
yeah.
quoting. You gotta like quote the first few words and then put dot 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 and then quote.
Once it makes a proper connection. So, like say for example, you start this. What we could say is we could say finally the war closed and the day of freedom came. It was a momentous and eventful day to all upon our plantation. Dot dot dot. Then you could say as the great day drew nearer. You see it? So here we can
Yes,
see
sir.
the transition between um the starting with the day slavery was abolished and then flashing back to the events leading up to that day. Okay, that would be a good example. Good. So that's flashback. Um, number 2. So her use or his use of diction. So use of persuasive or emotive words. Anyone understand what we mean by that?
Words that show emotion.
Um,
Yeah, words that show emotion.
you, as in like how she used the words like depressed and stuff to describe like how the people really felt, and
Because remember,
even like that, or
we
something
trying
else.
to say how does the writer language and techniques to recreate what the slaves experienced and felt. So she didn't use shallow words. Oh, they felt good. It was nice. Um, they was kind of happy, or they was treated badly. No, she used strong words, right? She used words like bitterness, right? She used words like ecstasy. Strong words, right?
Yes, so
Um, grappling, stealthily,
what do you mean by grappling?
like something grabs you strongly.
Okay.
Stealthily, honor, and pervaded. Let's go in and see if we can find some more
I
strong
correct
words.
this real quick, please.
One moment. Let's go see if we can find some more. Mm, okay. Look at this word, momentous. Right? She didn't say it's a good day. It was, you could feel the passion in it. It was a momentous and eventful day. You see the emphasis there?
Sure.
I like that. Um, the big house. Okay, go home. Yankees. Okay, at the great day. I like this one. It was bolder. See that? Had more ring. See a diction that she using, right? I love it. Um, what other words are strong? All was what? Excitement and what? Expectancy. So there was a very persuasive words there. Um, Rhonda. There's bitterness, but not bitterness. I love it. Um, so long I've been praying, but faring is strong. Rejoicing, thanksgiving, right? Those are strong words. In a few
Pity.
hours, where you see pity?
I think the first line.
Ecstasy, I see ecstasy. In fact, there was pity. Very good. Pity, very good. I like that. Um, in a few hours, the great questions. Oh yeah, this means yeah. In a few hours, the great questions which the Anglo-Saxon race had been grappling with for centuries had been thrown up upon these people to solve. So in this case, she's just saying that these questions about where to live, how they're gonna feed their family, was as it were thrown upon them, and they had to deal with it. So that's what grappling means in this sense, you know, to deal with. That's what it means in this sense, to deal with. Grappling, to deal with. Um, yeah. Wild rejoicing. I love it. Wild rejoicing. That's a good, strong support right there. And a feeling of deep gloom. You see that? This is nice. Wild rejoicing, deep gloom. So that's persuasive and emotive language, would you say? Yeah. What do you say?
I agree.
Yeah. Deep gloom, wild rejoicing. Strong diction. All right, so we have 2 already. Moving on to number 3. So her use of, or his use of, colloquial language or slang. For example, what? Grapevine, telegraph, Yankee,
So, where you find these past papers?
big house. Student shared. Let's go on student shared. I mean, you see me go on it, right? So look, I'll just type in Bgcse past papers and just go on English language. We on 2013, and then you just go all the way down to the last paper, and then you'll find our question.
Okay, because I ain't get to read the whole thing. With
Freedom from slavery. It's where it is. And for y'all BJC, people, you find it on the same site as well. Right? All right. So, grapevine, veranda, what other colloquial language? The big house, right?
Yankee.
Yankee is one too.
Yeah, Yankee. Big house.
Um,
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 yeah, say big house. Mm-hmm.
I see big house again.
You see big house again. Yeah, I see big house.
I don't see nothing else.
I don't see nothing else either. Okay, number 4. Ooh. So use of
Mr. Petite. So all of these stuff is what you want to see in the answer to that question.
yes.
Oh,
All of it.
wow.
Yeah. So use of
It's gonna be a long time.
Okay, I know.
yeah. But at least you're getting a feel of how it is now before you reach in high school. At least you know.
I feel bad for answering that.
You don't need to feel bad for them. They could.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should.
I mean, we only need to do it once, right? Right, once, right?
Right once. That's something. Alright, so use of exclamatory sentences. So, remember when it says, um, she says that woe be to anyone who would have attempted to disturb the buried treasure.
Mr. T.
Uh,
Okay, so I understand how we number one and number two tie into it, but how number three ties into it.
Okay, so we asking how how the writer use how the writer use language and techniques to recreate what the slaves experienced and felt. So this is what the slaves said and how they spoke. You know what I mean? So getting into what the slaves actually said and the words that they're using actually helps to recreate the scene for us. You know what I mean?
So do we have to give our personal response on that as well?
Yeah, like how does it does? How does it affect the reader? It what it does, it does provide the reader with a better understanding of what certain places was affectionately known as, like the big house, right? Like why would they call it the big house? Maybe because it was a house of security, a house of comfort, or a house of they fair. Like why they call it the big house, um and then it just gives the reader also a general understanding of the terminology that they use, and it really helps to create the scene because when hearing them speak, it also creates the scene as well for us. So yeah. So use of exclamatory sentences will be then anyone who would, and so that exclamatory sentence there. Number 5. Um, use of details or examples or illustrations fits into one. So
What about references?
You didn't know what you're using.
not no, these are different ones. So I mean, and I give you an example of them. So the return. So when she said the return of the deserting soldiers, so she described them. Um, the details would be the singing in the cabins, right? That's an important detail. Imagine if she left that detail out, right? That's not a detail to leave out. That's a very important detail. The singing in the cabins, that's a very important detail that she put to really help to recreate the scene. Um, Another detail is how the freed slave strove to come to terms with or understand their freedom. So that's important details that the writer used that really helps us to see how the slave experienced what the slaves experienced and felt, right? So those are very important descriptive details that we have that really helps. It really gives the reader a good understanding of what's happening. All right, I think it's a very strong one. Very strong one. Number 6, the use of of music, or we can say a song or a hymn, whatever you want to call it. And the of course the example would be swing low, sweet chariot.
Let my people go.
Coming forth to carry me home.
Don't start.
You
Sweet Home
tried it.
Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Final funny boy.
don't.
Wow. Oh boy, I can miss y'all. I can miss y'all. Wow. Okay, so use of
They see you passing on the street, man.
It's a big have a class party.
class party.
Don't want to no class
Cooper
part.
all the way. Miss
You
Cooper
know,
all the
They
way
class
go
in.
watch a
reunion,
video, people
virtual
pizza.
reunion.
Miss Cooper
I've been
all the way
asking
in.
this since December.
Miss Cooper all the way in. Where she is? She in what?
Arbicle.
She in Abaco.
We can ship it down.
Yeah, she could be virtual to
A
us. Could
virtual, a virtual.
no
So while we eat the pizza, she can eat some.
keyword she could cook something while we eat.
While we eat. Wow.
She
I mean, ice cream, ice cream.
Oh my
We can
goodness.
ship it down, man. You know.
She need to come over here for the party. That's what she need to do. Tell her mommy ship over here for a weekend.
Yeah, and it's easier to travel to the
Go to
island.
the beach.
yeah, finally want to see
Yeah, it
somebody's
is.
faces, look them dead in the eye one more time.
Let them get in there. The last Nancy sleep in class joke. Oh my. Use the factual historical information. It's very important, such as the reading of what the Emancipation, how the soldier came and read the Emancipation Proclamation. That was important detail. Um, but you see how much we getting? Like, we getting a lot, right? And I hope that by seeing these, you could
I must be why am I using the easy ones?
we come into we come into this.
Yeah, I like when I was writing, I put the simplest stuff
Uh-huh.
possible. Like,
The reader use a full stop at the end.
but no, that's how serious it was for me, because I don't know what I was doing.
So
I Google it. You say Google, and I Google it. The people was giving me all this big stuff. I say, no.
keep it simple.
Yeah, I just didn't explain like personal, but I give my example
You
from
identified it.
yeah.
Okay. So use of figures of speech. I think this is a good one. This is the common one. Um, use of comparisons. All right. So such as throwing off the mask. Freedom was in the air. Freedom can't literally be in the air, but obviously they mean that everybody felt excited. Um,
Mr. Petit,
yes, ma'am.
the author was predicting some, you see, throwing off the mask.
Throwing off the mask.
Mm-hmm.
What you think that
She
means?
was predicting some.
Think she's. I don't understand what this figure speech trying to say. To be honest, I understand what freedom in the air means, but in context, let's see. Free throwing the mask. Where's that? Let's see. I wish we could find it.
But throwing off the mask.
Oh, okay, I understand it. It is a figure of speech. Okay, okay, let's find it and then we could discuss it. Boom, boom, boom. Man, let's find it, man. Mass. Oh, now, so true, they had rung these same verses before, but had been careful to explain that the freedom in these songs referred to the next world, and had no connection with the life in this world. Now they gradually threw off the mask, and were not afraid to let it be known that the freedom in their songs meant freedom in this world. So what do you mean by when they say throw off the mask?
not hide it anymore, I guess.
Exactly. Exactly. They're not being pretentious anymore.
Not hiding it.
Yeah, they ain't trying to, pretend like everything is okay. Yeah, they ain't really care about
They
freedom.
they let up on the masquerade.
Say it again.
They let up on the masquerade.
Yes, they let up on the masquerade. They tired of being pretending. They take off the pretending face and say, "Boy, we always wanted freedom." You know what I mean? And so yeah. So that's a fake up speech. This would be a good one to the examiners would like this one. If you explain this, that'll be good. Freedom was in the air would be a good one to explain too. Um, the Anglo-Saxons had grappled with questions. That's a very good one too. I like this one. I like this one. I love this one. The great responsibility seemed to take possession of them. Right? What does that mean? The great responsibility seemed to take possession of them. Anyone?
Oh, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No.
True.
Seems to take possession.
It means they were focused on it. They was mainly focused on it.
Okay. What responsibility?
The responsibility of being free and
Responsibility.
having a plan their future.
Yes.
Like they were just so carried away about the vision of being free.
Say it again. They were.
They were like carried away with the vision of being free.
No. The responsibility took possession of them. So in the sense that it was, it came to their consciousness, like they finally really had to face like what it's like, um, to have to, raise your own children and figure out how they're gonna be schooled and how you're gonna find the next meal, and they had to brunt those questions, and so it is as if these burdens took possession of them, or had a hold upon them, right? Because it's the idea or the thought or the realization that was so instant, um so sudden, that is as if it took possession of them, you know so that's the idea. Use of symbolism. So that one, the mass. So the mass, um, so the
Elizabeth, are we going over 9 tonight or no?
no, no, my dear, mm-mm.
The big house.
The mass
Just don't
symbolizes.
forget, we ain't start late.
Say it again.
No, I was saying that we ain't start late.
No, we ain't start late. The mass symbolizes. The mass symbolizes their pretense that they were what? Happy.
Not afraid anymore.
There. We're talking about what the mass represent. It symbolizes their
Oh,
pretense
oh.
that they were happy with their enslaved state and did not dream to speak of freedom. Very good. You write something like this, and you'll surprise the examiners. Very good observation. The mask symbolizes their pretense that they were happy with their enslaved state and did not dream to speak of freedom. This is Bgcse language radar. Good stuff. All right.
Never mind.
I can stop right now. We have lots more though.
I see why they they tap with it this paper for, you know.
No, no.
I shouldn't figure out why people, because majority my school don't want to take it.
Uh-huh.
It's only like 5% taking it. So I shouldn't figure out why.
You see, like you understand now how easy it is to pass the paper
No,
filter.
I know. I'm no opposite. I'm saying why they
Oh
tapping
my
out.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's a good thing Nancy, quit up. So
Ah, say it again. Say it again.
that's a good.
Mr. Petit,
That's the shining light in the end of the tunnel.
And I love it. I love it.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead, sir.
what happened to the what happened to 50% of the class chose people that who used to come here? Like
Well,
there was a time when 51 people was in here.
yeah, that's true. There's a time. Um, different reasons, man. A lot of different reasons. Some would want to be here and can't. I can't go into detail with every case. Um, but yeah, different reasons. Um, but y'all are the survivors, I guess.
Any for monetary reasons.
Some for. But that's not a great percentage. Um,
So the rest just find something else.
it's sickness is one. Um, caretaking. Um, uh, busyness, job,
Yeah, I could
schedule.
understand that. That's
Yeah,
a lot of pressure on them.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I get sick. Was too much pressure, too much math.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
See, I have a question concerning
let's see.
this.
Go ahead.
Okay, so these concepts apply to paper one, where they have the listening part, where they do the sorry, paper two, the oral paper, when they have the last questions like the methods and
Yes,
technique.
yes,
This would apply.
yes. This would apply. So these are
Oh,
the principles that apply. Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to
So
figure it
let's
out the
see.
longest.
Yes, sir.
Why we can't just do it like this, but instead of two columns, three.
You mean what did the third column be?
Third column be personal opinion.
Personal response?
Yeah,
Now
personal
you're trying to
response.
stress me out. I give you the technique and example. I have to give you the fact too.
No, but I mean, like, why we can't do it like this? Like, exactly like this.
Oh, you mean like this? Listen, if you do it like this, I can be honest with you. I may be frank with you. If you do it like this, I don't want to tell you that, and then you're gonna put that in the exam, because here they didn't give you a strategy. But if you do it like that, I wouldn't advise it though, because it need to be a blend. Um, it need to sound like an essay, sound like but you wouldn't get
Yeah, actually,
you wouldn't get you wouldn't get tremendous points taken off. I wouldn't imagine that, because you give your technique, you give your example, and you give your commentary, and all them sound sensible. Yeah, that should be, and you give 14. Yeah, man, that should be a B.
You could show back down, please. I would
No,
think.
no,
So
Okay.
how you can get an A, Mr. Petit?
you get an A if you list 12 to 14, and you write a cohesive and coherent um mini essay. You
Oh
should be good.
Lord.
Don't be afraid, man. Just embrace the challenge.
but it's illegal to send soldiers in the war without weapons.
Oh my goodness. Any other questions, please?
No, because you say,
Good night, Mr.
embrace the
Petit.
challenge, but we need the tools,
What tools you need? Tell me what tools
the
you need. I ain't giving you, so I can know what tools you need.
confidence.
Oh my goodness. I need to give you consent? Okay. Where do I purchase that in the store to be able to give it to you all? Because I need to know. What other tools
Well,
you need? What other tools you need? Mm-hmm.
Anyway, have a good night, everyone. See y'all tomorrow. For
Oh
day
no,
2.
wait, I
Good
finish
night, good
off.
night, good night.
Just
Have a
like
wonderful night.
Oh, good night, Miss
Good
Petit.
night,
Good,
Mr. Petit.
good
Good
night,
night.
Miss
Good
Future
night.
Grade 8. I didn't know that.
Bye.
Bye. Kennedy. Gracious Kennedy. Kennedy, I'm have all the money. That's the Kennedys. That's who's be running for president of the United States. The
Oh,
Kennedys.
gee. The president.
The Kennedy family.
state.
Let me move this.